Deciding to make a change with your business can be a daunting and even paralyzing proposition. So, how do you know when it's time to change lanes in business or life? And how can you know that you'll succeed? Well, compare it with driving. In traffic, you likely don't give it much thought. The lane you're in is either traveling too slow, too fast, or maybe you see some slowdown ahead. You notice other lanes that are moving at a better pace, so you just decide to change. While it seems intuitive, not deciding to change is actually one of the two biggest reasons why important changes fail to happen in business. Uncertain about what to do or what we can do, lacking resources, options, support, or confidence, we're likely to remain stuck and maybe hesitate to act, believing that's just the way things are around here. Or worse, blaming poor performance on circumstances like the economy, the workforce, or other factors that seem to be conveniently beyond our control. Sound familiar? People will do what they do well. If we had more confidence, if we knew the path to progress and had a way to make great decisions, we wouldn't hesitate. Here's the key. Clarity precedes mastery. If you're going to succeed with change, being crystal clear about what's missing, why you're struggling, what you really want, what's possible, the path, the obstacles, and the time required is really, really important. Knowing these is going to help you to muster the resources, support, and confidence that it's going to take to see your changes through to completion. A hesitation could mean that your business struggles and fails, and maybe you lose your competitive edge in the market. The cost of doing the wrong things is usually wasted time and energy that leads to little or no progress. And the cost of doing nothing could be even worse as you fall further and further behind your potential. Now, I don't know about you, but life is too short to feel frustrated and miserable with what we fail to achieve on a daily basis. As a leader, you want to be clear, confident, and increasingly committed to leading positive change. The motivational speaker Jim Rohn said, "Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change." Here are 5 questions that are going to help you decide to change. Number 1, where are you now? Get clear about where you are. What's holding you back? There isn't a navigation app in the world that can provide direction without knowing your starting point. What are your top struggles and the pains or symptoms that need to be resolved? Making a quick and honest assessment of the current state is going to help you and your team decide to change. Number 2, ask, what's been hindering or delaying your progress? What are the causes? People, processes, culture, maybe resources, or a lack of vision, or even inconsistency. Knowing the gaps and obstacles you're facing is going to help you to understand challenges and whether to go over, under, around, or through them when you go to change lanes. Number 3 is to identify your goals. You can start with this if it's the first thing on your mind. What do you want to achieve, and where do you really want to be? You're at A, where's B, and why? And now this is essential. Knowing what you want is not enough to ensure success. Knowing and sharing the why behind your goals provides meaning that is going to help others to get on board and keep you all moving in the new direction, even when challenged. Question 4 is how to best get there. What's one solution? Jot down your first idea for how to achieve your goals and avoid or overcome the consequences that you just listed. Now, while it might not be the best path to your goal yet, brainstorming this is going to give you a great place to start. You'll have something that you can bounce off of others who are either going to affirm your direction or offer alternatives. And that's the 5th question. What are the alternatives? So before you make any decision change, it's a really good idea to consider alternatives. I have some heartbreaking stories I can share about what happened when this step was overlooked. Are there any other creative or less radical approaches that would achieve the same or even better results? Try to come up with at least 2 alternatives. Asking others for input can really help here, especially if you're in a peer advisory group. So, how do you finally decide to change? Well, remember, uncertainty and fear are the main causes for lack of action. If you're still unsure about the need or your ability to change lanes, review your answers and share them with others on your team to build a clear picture and support for the transition. Make sure the path you're planning is clear and safe, not filled with hazards, detours, or roadblocks that could set you back. Rosa Parks had a great quote on this. She said, "I've learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, it diminishes fear." So if your mind is already made up, if you've made the decision to lead change, you're past if. The next step for changing lanes with your life or business is going to give you even more insight and clarity on how and when to lead your change. The video for step 2 is going to help you to identify and embrace constraints, to spot and avoid obstacles, or be sure that you can clear them on your way to success. I'll see you there.